Yo, Pop, there go one of the awards right there.
Oh,
right there.
Yeah, pull that shit out real quick, bro.
Hey, yo.
And yo,
Watch
you
your
know,
language.
and you know what's crazy? He gave
That
the
was
first
a
web
pause. That was a
series
super-
award, right?
Yeah.
He gave us the Icon Award. And
Yeah.
the crazy thing is,
Pop, where you at, Pop?
what I did in my speech was I included every single other web series
I'm on my award.
in my speech.
Right.
And the reason I did that was because, like, yo,
Oh,
bro,
Yeah.
yeah, like it ain't just about us, my nigga.
That's
It's,
Brooklyn way, right?
it's about
the
this
Brooklyn
whole
way.
collective of what
Thanks
we
to
doing.
Mad
Like,
Papa.
you know what I'm saying? Because we all inspiring all these little kids
Right.
in the hood to show them a different way.
And I'm in the Brooklyn way about 3 times, right?
That's a gap fact, but I ain't in money and balance. It's all good though. Hold on. That award right there. Yo, Pop, I'm on Project Heat. Shout to Uncasa
You
too.
missed it.
Uncasa is a
Ray had
major
you
figure.
lined up. You
I'm
missed
sorry.
Right.
And the Brooklyn way too. You know what I mean? Shout to Uncasa.
Uncasa.
No, but this is what I wanted to say to
I ain't
y'all.
putting it back there.
I want to say to y'all real quick the
Right here.
impact that this show had in the prisons.
This is a fact.
Because it had a super impact.
Mm.
Like, it had a positive impact and it had a negative impact,
course.
unfortunately, right? I was in Manhattan House in the Tombs, 2014. Nah. No.
Shout out to the niggas in the tune.
Yeah, shout out to all the guys. All the guys.
Hey, tunes, you know what I
Not
mean?
the institution.
Yeah,
But
you right.
it was weird
Stay out of
because
there.
when I first went in 2014 fighting my case, I seen what was happening as far as trying to get USBs to hook up to the TV to watch y'all.
We ain't never know that.
And I was like, yo, what y'all
How they watch
watching?
that again? Like,
Listen, run down on the COs. And listen, this is what we need.
Oh,
We need y'all to bring this USB in with money and balance on it.
Wow.
Y'all want to keep us calm? Y'all want to make sure we chilling? Make sure that's on the USB.
y'all probably ain't know that.
You understand? So
Wow.
that
Jail.
shit,
I got the
listen,
word.
that shit quelled so much violence
Oh.
amongst rival gangs, amongst Harlem versus the Lower East Side, Brooklyn, from Manhattan or whatever. Like, it quelled so much violence, and it also helped inspire inside
Of course.
to start writing. Because yo, Champ pull up to my cell, yo, I started writing the script. I'm like, you start writing the script. Yo, that money and balance. That did it.
Yeah,
You
I
understand?
love-
So it had
I love
a
that.
great impact
Nah,
behind the wall as well.
Gotta clap it up for that.
You can never do that.
Gotta clap it up.
Nah, I ain't know that part. Nah, that's beautiful, man.
I got calls from jail. Like,
I got
I'm
calls
like,
from
how
jail
the fuck
too.
y'all
Yeah, I
watching that
got
shit?
letters,
Like,
calls.
Like, how are you
letters, and all
watching
that.
this shit? Hold on, Chaz.
Yeah.
Nah, niggas,
Now,
niggas is sneaking phones.
I want to ask, what would you say were the best and worst moments during shooting that first season?
He already thought of it.
The best
Whatever it is, he
moments.
thought of it.
The best
Shit,
moments,
champ.
in all honesty, for me, was just sitting back and watching everyone that was involved in the project benefit off the project, right? Like like out of everybody here, he knows me best. I don't like attention. Like that's just not my thing. You know, but when the opportunity started coming and I would just sit back and, you know, we'd be wherever and I'd see everybody having such a good time. Like that shit used to make me so fucking happy. And it was just simply because like they believed in me and I delivered, you know?
Right.
And also as well, man, it was just, I felt like, and I hate, this is a cliche, but I hate to say I felt like we were doing God's work, but I just felt like what we were putting out there, although all we were doing was really trying to make people understand us, right? And some of it, you could pull negativity from it, right? Because a lot of our lives was negative.
Right.
But if you really went under the surface and you really looked at the root of what this show was about, like you learned from it. The worst parts of this show was how much it changed people.
Oh, God.
Worse?
That was the worst part.
Hold
was it the show? Hold on.
Because he got a different answer.
Nah, I just don't think that it was the worst part because it changed people in positive and negative ways. So I understand it may have changed people in a negative way, but it also changed a lot of
So
people
what
in
was
a
the
positive
worst?
way.
It did.
What was the
In
worst?
your opinion, what was the worst?
In my
part of
opinion,
shooting that first season.
I don't. What was the worst part?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
Nah,
dancing.
I can
you
tell
dancing.
you. I can tell you, starting from the ground up, it's gonna get tough. It's gonna get rocky. There may be situations where everybody's not getting paid right away. There may be people who are offered an opportunity and they take the opportunity, and there may be people who were there from the start who felt entitled to a lot more. Well, those are the type of issues that you were running into.
But that's what I mean as far as the worst part of it is how it changed people. Because
Okay.
you have to understand that this show was an extension of me. And when I say it was an extension of me, everybody who was involved were connected to me in some way.
You were the
So
common denominator.
when I had people that I genuinely loved act like as if I'm on some other shit, right? Simply because people don't understand the responsibility that's on your back when you're the head of this situation.
Right.
You know, I had a young lady who was a very close friend of mine, loved this girl to death. And it wasn't, you know, it was just simply, she was basically family. But then she would come on set and she would expect special privileges, right? And it's like, because she was one of the actors. And I'm like, Mom, I can't do that. Simply because, like, I'm the one leading this entire thing. I need to treat everybody fairly, you know? And because of that, we parted ways, you know? And the crazy thing, the worst part of it, in all honesty, if I have to say it, which I don't want to say it, I feel like money and violence caused me to lose one of the closest people to me, you know, who died, who was murdered. And the reason I say that is because, once again, like I told you, before money and violence, we lived our lives a certain way.
Right.
And it's what,
am I allowed to say rest in peace to this person?
yeah, of course.
Yes.
Rest in
Yeah,
peace. Rest in
yeah.
peace to my nigga Ya. You know,
Rest in peace to Ya.
and we lived our lives a certain way. And we lived our lives a certain way because of the things that we've done in the past, you know. But then what money and violence did was it started making my man get comfortable doing things that he shouldn't have done. Like, he got an Instagram page. And although he didn't show his face on it, it was just,
Never.
I'm like, yo, bro, he would have never done that.
Never.
But the fact that we were so out in the light, you know, the way I always phrase it is we lived our life in the shadows and we was always safe as long as we lived in the shadows. But the second we stepped out into the light, you know, and he lost his life behind that. I don't know. I can't tell you the exact reason that he lost his life, but I do know, as of what I think, the reason he lost his life is because we were going to be at an event and he posted it on his page a week or two before and he was there. And I don't know, whoever came and did what they did, still to this day, I have no idea where it came from, but you know, he lost his life that day.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the